he's up for re-election next year.
Yeah.
Do you think there's enough time and enough of strategy that the Republicans can put together to have any hope for next November? Any?
Okay. So if they do, who's going to come and campaign for the guy? Okay, give me 5 names. So, by the way, let me ask a question a different way. Give me 10 names from the left that are willing to go and campaign for anybody in any state for it to flip to be a blue state. Give me 10 names.
Kamala.
Look how long it'll take you. Go.
Okay, Kamala. You got Pelosi if she can get on a plane. Obama. Probably Hillary. Biden.
Bernie. AOC.
Michelle.
They all go.
Bernie.
Yeah.
AOC. The Michigan governor. You name anybody.
Yeah.
And Newsom. Anybody. Because they're that united,
If
right?
you think they're united now, when they get $350 trillion into their unions and their power, that entire infrastructure bill is to pay them. Yeah, $3.5 trillion. They're only just getting started, baby.
But now.
Well, you were going somewhere with this. You're gonna. Your follow up is what Republicans will go do that.
They're not going to do that.
But they don't have the money.
Ted
They don't have the war
Cruz,
chest.
Listen,
Mitch McConnell.
This is a problem. The problem is that one side is all about the collective. The other side is all about the individual. This is why I believe center-right is the right place to be. And the only reason it's center-right is because the right fiscally, you cannot debate capitalism. I don't want to hear any argument against capitalism. I don't care if your feelings got hurt because you lost to somebody else because they put in more effort than you did. Capitalism works. The only type of capitalism that doesn't work is crony capitalism, and nobody wants crony capitalism except the people at the top that are willing to buy that. Fine, some of them are doing that. No problem. And by the way, if you got rid of lobbyists, a lot of shit would change in capitalism. If you actually eliminated the concept of lobbying, a lot of things would change. But let me take a different angle for you. Go back 12 months ago. 12 months? No, go back 13 months ago, 14 months ago. Who's a hero on TV every day?
These are the Cuomos.
Fauci.
Cuomo and who?
Cuomo,
Fauci, and Newsom. These guys were heroes, okay? They were heroes, if you thought about it. Texas, Florida, you guys are irresponsible, et cetera, et cetera.
They're still doing that with Florida.
Fast forward to 6 months ago. Who became an enemy of the left? On the left. Who?
Cuomo. Yeah.
How quickly did they take this guy from the next potential president to, this guy's got to get the hell out of here. Immediately.
Cut him off.
As
fast as they could. You think he's the first person that has stories like that?
As fast as he said, we're not shutting down New York.
By the way.
He's Italian. He talks with his hands.
Let me ask you a question. Who had a worse story up into being a governor and wanting to run for president? Bill Clinton or Cuomo? Bill. It's not even close. Is it fair to say it's not even close?
It's likely not.
It's not even close.
Yeah,
okay, so now watch
trip.
this. Now watch this.
Yes.
So let's put 2 people against each other. Let's put 3 people against each other. You ready?
I love games like
let's
this.
put a game. Let's put a guy named Cuomo in there, Andrew.
Yeah.
Let's put a guy named Newsom in there. Let's put a guy named Manchin in there.
Yeah.
Between those 3, who is most likely willing to say yes to anything their political party tells them to do just to be able to get a nicer, fatter title?
I'd say Newsom.
My God.
I agree. Which one's the least like
Manchin.
I would actually tell you it's both of them. I would
Manchin and Cuomo?
I actually think it's like Manchin wins by 52 to 48. But it's not a big difference.
Yeah.
I don't see Cuomo as a yes guy, nor do I see Manchin as a yes guy.
Certainly not now. He's angry as hell.
The most marketable people on the left are those that say yes. Newsom is a yes guy.
Cuomo's clearly not a no guy.
He is a yes guy, okay? Meaning Newsom is a yes guy. They got a guy that they're going to market. FYI, you may have just seen your future president that you have, just so you know that.
Here's the question. Do you think
Gavin
he's more
Newsom?
on his... Do you think
he's obsessed with it?
All you have to know is who's better, him or Biden, as a president.
Him.
But name me one thing Newsom's done.
It doesn't matter.
No marketing.
It doesn't matter.
What did Obama do?
He's not Trump.
What did Obama do?
He's not Trump.
Exactly.
What question did you just ask, Gerard? You're a very intellectual guy.
I understand what you're saying, but you can't. You have to be able to name one thing a guy did.
Wait.
He looks the part.
What did Obama do? One-term guy.
He was a great speaker. I've heard Gavin Newsom speak. He's not Obama. And fair.
He's a very, very well put together, good looking.
He looks like
hey, that's why
the
he
voice,
was
the sexy voice. I'm sorry. He's extremely marketable.
He looks like
only-
Christian Bale in American Psycho.
It's the
He's
only
doing
reason
those
he was
push-ups.
worried about this.
He's got to go
He
return
seemed
some
very
videotapes.
easily
There you
flustered
go.
to me. Gavin Newsom seemed
Yeah.
very
Oh,
easily
Lord.
flustered.
He hasn't
couldn't
been on the
answer
national
questions.
stage.
He is all. That's why he was so worried, because he thought this would get the express train off the rails. As far as the only thing that matters for him is to be
I
president.
like what Jack
This is only a stepping
Cosso
stone.
just gave $50. He says, let's have Adam live in New York City or LA for 6 months. His position on many things will change. Adam, you're a smart guy. Wake up, bro. No way those votes counts as legit. Even liberals don't want their kids exposed to all the trashy people on their city streets. Anyways, okay.
Hey, can I validate one point you made, though?
Yeah.
Like when you had that tipping point, right?
Yeah.
As far as like, for me,
Yeah.
I think if you're not booking your ticket out of California and you love California, you love LA, you're at least considering what it's going to be, because what is inevitable that would pull the trigger. And I know what it is for me if homelessness comes into Manhattan Beach. If that happens, I'll see you guys within a week.
Let me tell you this. You asked about strategy, and this is the strategy, right? In any particular situation, all right, you have two binary options as your immediate options. You have fight or you have flight. And if you are not going to commit to the fight, if you are not going to rally the troops, and you are not going to get a war chest together, get out of there. Go to a place, consolidate your well-being. This is why I keep telling all my friends and family, New York, Philadelphia, Staten Island, Long Island, Brooklyn, leave. Let them have it. They won. Give it to them. There's no reason that your life should be ruined. There's no reason that the hours of your life should pay for what they want. Come down to a place that has your worldview. I'm going to tell you, moving to Florida was like
Guys
taking
in New
1,000
York,
pounds
do
off.
not listen to Gerard.
No.
Stay the hell in New York. We don't want you in Florida.
And then what'll happen is let the weight of their programs hollow them out. Let them die on the vine and then go back and pick up the pieces. They want to be Detroit? Be Detroit. They want to be Moscow? Be Moscow. Come down, live your life, and then go back.
Here's the level of strategy on one side is so much better than the other side. You know how easy it is to beat a team that's divided? Just think about it this way. Here's what you got to think about. Go to the Lakers squad where it's Kobe, it's Shaq, it's Malone, it's Peyton. It's Rod. I mean, who was on that squad? Everybody and their mothers was on that
Smush
squad.
Parker.
Everybody was on that squad. But you know what they were?
They
were
lost to the
divided.
Pistons.
They couldn't
04.
stand
Del
working
Harris
with
coach,
each other.
right. Yeah.
They were just absolute highest level of hatred. Phil left. It was so ugly. Nobody could keep that team together, right?
Yeah.
What happened to them? Did they win the championship?
No, they
on
lost to the
paper.
Spurs.
On paper, if you go take any video game, you put that squad together, match them up against anybody. 7-game series, who beats them? Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody. As a team, not as you make your own team like Michael, LeBron, you put everybody on the same team. The Republicans have so much talent right now. They got a great squad, but you are not united, you're not going to beat anybody. It's just that simple. You're just not going to beat everybody.
Well, not in California.
It doesn't matter.
worse.
But here's the other part. Let me give you the other part. That's what's happening. When policies on your own political side start making no sense, a kid will even question his own father and mother, just like a individual will question their own individual party. If a kid will, how many times did you question your mom or dad's decision?
Often.
Okay. By the way, how many times do you think they're going to question my decision as they grow up?
Your kids?
Yeah.
They'll still probably question
Of course
you.
they're going to. Of course they're going to. My son has already done it. Tico's done it multiple, and so has Dylan.
How long did you ground him?
No, he didn't get grounded. I don't mind the conversations like that. But here's the point. The voters right now, what is happening is they're simply sitting there. Some of them are saying, listen, man, I don't mind being a freaking Democrat. No, I don't mind being this. But some of this shit just doesn't make any sense. Am I the only one that's thinking this way? I mean, some of this stuff just doesn't make sense. That's when it gets weird. Because, Adam, as much as you're sitting here and saying what you're saying, you wouldn't survive in California or New York today. You wouldn't be able to do it. You wouldn't be able to live in
So
California.
I live in Florida.
But what I'm trying to tell you is he's firsthand. I lived there 5.5 years ago. So I'm firsthand, but 5.5 years ago. It's not the same California today as it was 5.5 years ago, 6 years ago. It's a very different California, right? If you go there today than what it was 5.5 years ago. People are feeling the pain. Now, what will happen with this part here? What's going to happen here? This is what I'm hoping. Today I was interviewing Sal Romano. Sal Romano was the former mob's Wall Street guy. This guy embezzled. They were embezzling $10 billion per year, not from the stock market. He at one point was worth $300 million. Sal Romano for the Gambino family. He did stuff with Mickey Scars from the guy. He did a bunch of different things that this guy did.
Did he do time?
He did time, yeah. But Sal Romano was literally sitting where Adam is sitting here right now. He left about 30 minutes ago, 45 minutes ago to be exact. 30 minutes ago. 45 minutes ago is where he left, right? And we're sitting there having a conversation together. There comes a time where you can no longer tolerate what's going on, and you're eventually going to flip. So he's sitting there telling the stories of, well, eventually everybody flips. Why does eventually everybody flip in the mob world? Well, because of this, because of that, because of this. Okay, if I back you up and you continuously backstab me, what am I loyal to? Mm-hmm. So if I give you my vote and you're constantly abusing my vote, you don't think certain parties are sitting there saying, why the hell am I voting this way? For the longest time, blacks voted Republican. Martin Luther King was a registered Republican. What happened when they were registered Republican? Shows up a guy named Barry Goldwater, right? Then what happens? I'm sorry.
It all flipped.
The parties flip.
By the way, not by a little bit.
Yeah.
It went from 60% to 92% of African Americans voting Democrat. Mm-hmm. Like this. Mm-hmm. How many African American grandmothers do you know that all they talk about is the Bible? How many friends did you have? I had a bunch of friends that was growing up. If I saw their mom or grandma, everything was about the Bible, 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 Bible. More than Armenians, whites, or more than any other, it was always the Bible. That's a conservative belief. What happens? Hey, Republicans, you did this, Barry Goldwater, no problem. So, as much as I think California is not going to flip for 4 to 8 years, I think it's going to stay that way. I don't think this stays like that for 20 years. So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.